Hello, Oracles! What a nice rebound we had today. You know, it's great when the market cheers at stage one of a recession. So it's kind of weird that after we got news about the GDP being down 1.4%, the market rallied. Now, we talk about market manipulation all the time, but isn't it kind of strange how 2 days before we get this information, the market has a massive sell-off, and then all of a sudden on the day that we get the information, we go green? I'm not saying that there's insider trading going on, I'm just saying I'm going to question this a little bit. Either way, it was nice to see the green day today. Tesla was down super hard early but rebounded extremely nicely and actually ended up green on the day. So overall, it was an awesome day. Definitely a wild swing in the day today. I was joking with Jim in the comments about how today was sort of like a lazy river while you're going over a waterfall at a volcano during a blizzard. It was, just a super wild ride for Tesla in particular. The rest of the market was pretty green for most of the day, so that was really nice. And so where do we go from here? Well, we still have CPI data coming out on the 11th. We've got the FOMC meeting next week. A lot of these indicators are actually good for the FOMC meeting, because if we're seeing a GDP decline, but employment is still doing well, that's a signal that what they are doing is working. Spending is coming down, which is a good thing in this situation, because if spending is coming down, that will in turn signal that inflation should be coming down. So we'll get that information on the 11th with the CPI data. I still think we're probably going to end up seeing a 50 basis point hike come the FOMC meeting on May 5th, mostly because of the fact that a lot of what they had talked about being a 50 basis point hike has been priced in. So now the Fed knows how the market will react to a 50 basis point hike. So realistically, where we're priced at right now, if the Fed does a 50 basis point hike, we should have no movement because it's priced into the market. Obviously, this isn't guaranteed, anything can happen, but that seems like that's where we're at right now. So my prediction as of right now is we will see that 50 basis point hike on May 5th, and the market will probably go a little bit green on that day because that's just the confirmation of this is what we are seeing. And now, ironically, if you go back several months, Elon was asked about his thoughts on a recession, and he said, economics can be very difficult to predict, but if he was going to see it and predict it, he would say that spring or summer of 2022, but no later than early 2023. And here we are, halfway to a recession right now. Now again, something I had talked about in the past of, if we get a soft recession, and a technical recession is really just 2 quarters in a row of negative GDP growth. And honestly, a soft recession is actually a good thing, as we were just talking about, because it will bring inflation down. That is the most important thing right now. So if we have a negative GDP growth for 2 quarters, but still have employment growth going over those 2 quarters as well, that's actually a very positive thing. So a recession may not be bad, and if we get that and we squeak through this, we may be in really good shape. So again, still a lot of information that we need to get through. We still have the CPI and the FOMC meetings, but at least based on the information we have right now, this is a good sign, which is probably why the market rallied today. And now after hours, we did get 2 different earnings that came out for the last 2 big tech companies. We got Apple, who beat their earnings, and we got Amazon, who missed. So between all of the big tech earnings that we had, it was kind of split down the middle, half and half of them beat, half of them missed. So that didn't really factor into a lot of this. We got some information out of them about, consumer spending, what their projections are for the future. Apple saying that Q2 supply chain issues seem to be alleviating, so that should help all companies across the board, especially in the EV sector when it comes to semiconductor chips. So looks like things could be alleviating sooner than many people thought. Again, we need to see this play out for sure, but at least we seem like at this moment we are going in the right direction. So does that mean that these last 2 days were that second bottom that we were talking about? I don't know. I mean, we still have, again, the FOMC and the CPI data. I think those are going to be continued uncertainty. But if we get good information from CPI with an inflection down in inflation, I think that might be where the bottom is. And then we can kind of rally a little bit from there. Again, just 2 weeks to play this out. We'll see how it goes. And with the wild movements today, I like to buy on red days. So for me, the only stock I bought today was Tesla, because Tesla was going the opposite direction of the market. The whole market was green, but Tesla decided that red was its favorite color, and like a bull, it just ran after the red instead of going after the green like we do as Tesla bulls. So this is actually a mentality that I want to talk about when it comes to trading. You know, as a trader, bullet being bullish means you're going green. Being bearish means you're pulling the stock down. But if you reverse that mentality and think bulls like red, yes, as a bull, you should like when the stock goes red, because that means that you can buy more. And that's what I did with Tesla today. I bought significant chunks all the way down to 833. I even added another share into my IRA. So I'll talk about more about Tesla in particular in the morning, but I've been adding a lot to Tesla, getting myself ready for the split that we should be getting news on in the next couple of days. And now, while today was very nice rebound in green, we did have a bit of a fade at the end of the day, and tomorrow is the end of the month. So sometimes we can see a sell-off at the end of the month, and it's a Friday. A lot of times we see a Friday fade. So I don't know, obviously, how tomorrow is going to trade, but all indications point to tomorrow being a red day. How red is it going to be? Truly don't know, but I think tomorrow is going to end up being a red day, just because, again, we saw the fade at the end of the day. It's a Friday. It's the end of the month. So there may be some selling off going on tomorrow just to close things out for the month. And then we may see a green Monday, depending on how things go over the weekend. So again, little things to play out and pay attention to, but I am anticipating probably some more buying opportunities tomorrow in a few stocks if we end up going into a deep red. Let me know in the comments below, how do you guys feel about this recession that we are on our way towards right now? Do you think we are going to get a second quarter of negative GDP to put us into a technical recession? Or do you think that we are going to skirt by and not actually get a recession? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. Thank you so much. Have a great one.